Off we go. As the warlock worries about his pants.
More of a hunter thing, I admit, but still.
Especially me and my frosties that seem to never pair with half of anything. Even now, barely pair with this.
I mean, I've got a pair of pants that'll pair with the robes, but they don't have the stats I want, so... Meh.
Meanwhile, me, yes, I keep using the exact same stat armor for everything, even though I have a few different armor pieces that I could use. I still don't want to use them because they are trash.
We'll touch on the freaking
Garbage armor.
You damn well bet I will.
Garbage armor statistics needs better.
Need better stats.
I need better stats. Can't get better stats. Alright.
Disappointment.
Anyways, welcome everyone. We're playing Destiny 2 here. We're going over Season of the Plunder and Arc 3.0. The 3.0 system.
Really...
What?
No, you just like, I guess we're going like, yikes. And here I thought I started drumming off things from the list.
I mean, I'm just making the two major points on what we're doing.
Fair enough.
I'm not actually going over.
There's just no intro. You're just going straight in. Just.
I went, hi guys. We're playing Destiny. Bruh.
No intro. Just go straight into it. Let's
no
go.
Intro. Apparently didn't say hello and introduce what game we're playing.
I mean, yeah, but.
Would you want to say?
We'll work on that.
Are you wanting to say this is Nick and over there's Justin?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
I've been
watching a lot of things of like.
I took away his ability to say, this is Nick, and over there is behind the desk in the basement is Justin.
Behind the desk. In the like little narwhal corner or something like that. The little gremlin corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, my one task in these videos, and you've taken it away.
Yes, your one and only task. The
Yes.
only thing.
The only thing he does on this channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
But yeah, no.
Alright.
He's not wrong, though. We are covering Destiny, Arc 3.0, da-da-da-da-da. So the stream was yesterday. And outside of me oversleeping and basically almost missing the whole thing and having to go back and catch the whole thing and then having to go and watch Gamescom and all in all, though, it happened outside of the mess that happened when I tried to watch it, so whatever. So we're going to be covering that, like I said, or like he said, Season of the Plunder, new expansion, Arc 3.0, blah, 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 the list goes on. And if you're interested, Gamescom did a wonderful wrap-up. They took off the after show, which is basically, I think, just fluff, and just took the main show and put that into a single video, and that's linked in the description, so credit to Games. I believe it was Gamescom that did that. Let me just check again.
Double check that real quick.
Yeah, so I'm giving a shout to the right to journalists. Yeah, GameSpot. I don't know why I said Gamescom. I was thinking Gamescom like I said 2 minutes ago, so whatever. But yeah, credit to GameSpot for doing that. My tongue works. But anyways.
English good.
So let's start just where it all begins. Catch Crash.
Yes.
Who wants to play some pirates? Da da diddly dee da 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 dee. Nobody? No. Okay, fine, just me.
No.
Fine.
You don't get anything.
You don't get any support here. Before we touch on the show, I'm gonna actually touch on the new season of the Plunder. What do we think of this thing so far? I've done the initial first mission. Justin's done the initial first mission. At least so he's told me.
Yes.
What do we think about this?
For me, I'm at the very point where I've just gotten the little relic, and Mithrax and his daughter are kind of going over it right now, and I'm just waiting for them to report back to me. Oh, here's the relic. It has this weird intrinsic value or whatever thing going on, or probably the darkness thing going on with it. But,
so you did place it in the helm.
I haven't placed it in the helm yet because I haven't been told by the mission to go do it. Here,
That's the thing. Okay, before we touch on any of my points with this season, the part about, like, okay, so this season is broken into 3 activities, 3 whole actual separate activities that are all interconnected to each other. Which, I mean, hot damn, that's a lot of activities for one season, which I like. So, because I like the theme of this season, but we'll get to that. First, it starts off with Catch Crash, which we're doing now, which is basically a grand pirate thing. Which, yay, pirates! Sorry,
Pirates.
I'm an old sea dog, so you know.
Yes.
I used to be a sailor, so I like this kind of stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, we start off with Catch Crash, and you know, just kind of work. Well, you'll see. By the by, Justin.
Yes.
The actual thing, it actually doesn't tell you to go place in the helm. You actually just kind of figure that out on your own. It never tells you in the mission to actually go place it back in the helm.
Because
Yeah,
it's literally goes and says, give them time to study it, and it's like, all right, I'll see you guys later. I'll just go kill some random shit out in the galaxy for a little bit here while you guys study it or whatever. No, just go put it in helm. No, don't let them study. You're not meant to let them study it. You're just meant to go and put it in the helm. All right then. But
So,
yeah, here's the activity. It starts basically at the beginning of the season. You go and see Spider again. Turns out Spider apparently got kidnapped.
That's the weird part, because here's the thing, right? If I may just be lore nut for a second.
Yes.
In the season, well, not even just in last season during Guardian Games, right? It was alluded to that Spider who'd found his way into the last city and was now kind of running his betting operation during Guardian Games and kind of muscling in on the competition. So everyone kind of assumed he was already there, because he's in a lost it literally had him being like, hey, I need to get the hell out of the shore because Mara's gonna kill me after what happened with Crow. Turns out, though, he wasn't. And I guess he was just chilling away in like some safe house bunker thing for the whole time. But yeah, this season you find out what happened to him. Turns out, this is when Drifter is actually going to start straight up trying to smuggle him into the city, and we actually help him. Yes. I guess he sticked himself in like a Prison of Elders containment thing.
Yeah.
As a way of transporting himself, and that's kind of
make it seem like he's just a prison from the Prison of Elders, and make the city not realize or whatever.
Maybe, but I mean, we'll get to that. Regardless, he's involved in this season and all that stuff, so he's a major talking point of this season. I never thought I'd actually, like, people predicted that he might be a talking point of a season. Bows and Whistle, how nostalgic for me.
Yes.
But I don't think anyone quite expected him to be literally the crux of like a season alongside some characters. Mithrax is back, and the long-held theory that Aramis will be revived is actually coming true this season.
Well, I mean, it started at the beginning of the season where you go to Aramis and find that she's not there.
That's a fine detail. You get what I mean.
Yes.
Don't be like that.
But basically, after you go and find an empty spot where a frozen statue used to be, you see the ship that we came from, which Spider decides, alright, I'll give you this so long as you keep quiet about what happened. And
yeah, basically he's like, hey, they screwed me over, plus that was kind of embarrassing here. Take my ship and don't tell anyone what you saw.
Yes, and basically what we're doing now is going over everything and trying to figure out what she's after. She's apparently after some kind of relics and has hired the help of old pirate crews and whatnot, and we kind of have to stop them.
Right. The whole shtick is that it's kind of alluded to that the witness broke her out of her prison, and that it actually confirmed in this season's lore. One of the lore books you get for bringing the relics back to the helm, which kind of shows her perspective just before she's broken out, where the witness kind of approaches her telepathically and is like, hey, do this thing, and I will bust you out, essentially. And she's like, okay, fine. Though the witness, judging by the sound of it, doesn't kind of give her much of a choice. He almost kind of threatens her into doing it. He's like, you will do this.
You will help me. The children of soul require salvation. That's literally all you get out of this. Is just the children of soul require salvation.
That's all he remembers, but you know, he's a hunter, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, you know, that Evil man talk. All you're gonna get out of that is evil man
thing.
talk.
I'm not sure if he's a man. It's a thing.
I don't. Yeah. No. Judging by So real quick side note. Judging by Lightfall's trailer, I'd be willing to bet. I think I have an idea on how the witness kind of works and why he has so many voices, or it has so many voices. I'd be willing to bet the reason for that is the same reason why we see Callus, or what everyone thinks is Callus, in some weird pyramid type contraption, which I believe at least is kind of absorbing his essence or his soul or something, and he's becoming one with the witness in a way. At least that's what I think. I think that's what that is going on with that one Cabal who seems to be in that weird
You're
pyramid.
getting ahead of ourselves. We haven't even talked about the next thing yet.
Yeah, well, you know. I just
You're jumping ahead of the gun, man.
Well, yeah, you know, we start involving the witness, we better just get in with it, with the witness.
Oy, pacing for him is terrible.
Exactly.
But, yeah, no, before we go into the further bits of the expansion, I guess we might as well talk about Lightfall and the thing about that. So, Lightfall, first things first, I kind of predicted it, I kind of didn't. Number one, everyone kind of predicted Nepheli Stronghold was going to be involved some way or another, maybe in an expansion involving Rasputin. I don't think anyone quite expected it to be like this, though. In one of the season of the Risen, we have a kind of little prediction about what the Scions see in the future, and they say a city besieged. Everyone kind of assumed that was going to be the last city getting besieged by the Witness in Lightfall. Nope, apparently not. It's an entirely new city, an entire subsect of humanity that apparently said nope to the collapse and just have been chilling on, I believe it was Neptune this entire time.
Well, we haven't seen any people yet. For all we know, there could be people or there could be something else going on. But for right now, at the very least, we know it's on Neptune, and we're going to Neptune, and apparently there's another kind of person or something helping us out.
No, it's an entire new group. They've been confirmed. It's an entire subsect of humanity.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I kind of, like, here's the thing. I'm not going to over-exaggerate and say I called it, because I didn't. But I had this idea while bouncing around, like, thoughts in my head during the prediction, like I said, where it was like a city besieged during Season of the Chosen, where it kind of tells us that this kind of thing will happen in an almost predicting way. I kind of thought, okay, let's do a thought experiment. Let's say it's not the last city, because that would introduce a lot of plot holes and problems that might have long-reaching consequences, like where the hell we'd go for our loot and stuff. Where else could a city be besieged and it still work? And I thought to myself, what else could fit the bill?
I mean, technically...
Now, my first thought was the last... not the last city.
Yeah, no,
Dreaming City?
Yeah, the Dreaming City, yeah. But technically, it could be the last city because, real quick side note, a lot of people believe because of how the helm is working and the fact that it's out in space, at some point the last city is going to be abandoned, or we're just going to not go to the last city anymore.
I mean, it's possible that in Final Shape that might happen. The city will straight up get besieged again. But then again...
Everyone's going over there.
Yeah, well... We have the entire thing about this whole city. Like, this is the city getting besieged. Now, here's the big question, right? Well, before I touch on that, the actual aesthetic for this new city in Lightfall feels very cyberpunk.
Yes.
Just not gonna lie, it's very fucking obvious. Everything from the motif of the expansion to the literal look of the city, it feels like it's ripped straight out of cyberpunk, man. Now, I don't remember if this expansion was being developed in tandem back when cyberpunk was still considered potentially good, or would have been considered potentially good before it bombed particularly. I don't like saying that because I actually do like that game anyway, but well, you know, before it had the massive failure that was its launch.
Well, I mean, real quick, you've got like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, which are you know,
that's not even close to the
interesting.
ballpark here, man.
Oh, I know, it's interesting. Well, I mean, 76 is actually a lot closer, actually, because it had a lot of crashes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but we're still talking completely different.
I know.
Look here.
I know, and on that part, but I mean, there's like you still enjoy Cyberpunk, there are still people who are very much willing to enjoy the game for what it is, a game and means of entertainment. Which, at the end of the day, that's really the primary goal of a game.
Which is more than I can say for the new Saints Row, but that's another topic for another video.
Another time, perhaps.
But yeah, it feels like this was developed back when Cyberpunk was still going to be like potentially considered really good. So I guess they were trying to emulate potentially the success, because you saw a lot of Cyberpunk games close to that game getting like Cyberpunk themed.
I will say though, the city, like some of the clips that I've seen of like some of the pre-alpha footage and all that, it feels a lot like it's back on Titan. It feels a little like back on Titan, like some of the aesthetic. So,
well, it is technically the idea of what if the Golden Age never happened and humanity just kind of kept evolving after that.
Yeah.
So, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of aesthetic very similar to... is similar to...
what the hell, Eris Morn?
I have Saint 14.
Those are two I didn't expect, honestly.
Yeah.
I see Osiris toss and turn, like he's banging on a door, trying to break through, and I'll bring him back.
Why not just mount? I don't know.
Speed. Literally everyone predicted Arc 3.0 was going to involve speed, and it involved speed.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Might as well quickly get into that real quick. So, Arc 3.0, Hunter perspective, niche, very, very specific in going in ad clearing and can do some very serious damage at times, is still practically the same, but a lot easier to do now. It's a lot more practical in some of its regards. So, real quick, for Titan, Warlock, and Hunter, there's a jolted, amplified, and...
My boy, keep on topic! You're jumping back and forth too quickly.
Okay, well, what else do you want to do then?
I was going to continue more talking about, like, you know, Lightfall and the stuff that comes out of it, you know, Strand, stuff like that.
Sure.
Consistency, my boy. Consistency.
Okay, go!
We'll get to 3.0.
Okay, well, we can't be sitting around doing nothing. Go! What would you like to talk about with Strand?
Well, in the case of Strand, we all kind of had leaks that this was going to happen. Everyone kind of predicted the next subclass would be green. Turned out to be true. The color theory the theory of color theory turned out to be true, and the next one turned out to be green. Though everyone was betting on a high poison-based subclass, and they were not in that ballpark. At least as far as the hive bit was concerned. Which, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little disappointed, but, you know, maybe next expansion. But we did have leaks confirming that it would be some kind of... I can't remember what the original working title was, Rope or something like that, but it ended up being Strand. That ended up being true. And one of the other bits on the leak said that it was going to involve a grappling hook. Nobody really thought that part was going to come true, because it would probably be a nightmare in PvP, and it would probably be really hard to implement. Though props to Bungie, they found a very simple yet very interesting workaround, which is basically, instead of having to grapple to objects, you just can grapple to mid-air. Yeah, eat your heart out, Spider-Man. We don't need freaking buildings to grapple to. We can just do anything. 'Cause space magic. But, interesting. It's an interesting combination, like I said. The kind of supers we have here is, well, at least for the Warlocks, you have what looks to be an almost like ultimate unlimited blade works thing, where the Warlock just sounds like a ton of freaking explosives and just lets them go.
It feels kind of like a Nova Bomb, but you're shooting multiple Nova Bombs, which then explode into smaller bombs that seek people.
Makes me a little disappointed because there was so much potential here, and they're just like.
But I'm willing to bet it'll be a very good boss damage super.
Oh yeah, no, it's boss damage and ad clearing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not unhappy. Well, I am unhappy with it. It's just that I wish it was something else, but you know what? I'll take it for what it is.
You are only playing at this life.
considering the Titans managed to walk out with like arm blades
Yes.
and the ability to freaking
In
go
other
ham with arm
words,
flames.
in other words, the Titans are officially the Protoss from StarCraft. My life for ire. Literally
They
just
have
my
become the
life for City.
Honestly, though, the funny thing is that, it's really interesting, because I would have liked to have actually seen that for something like... Having a melee weapon for the Warlocks would have been fun. I mean, yeah, we kind of have Dawnblade, but let's be honest, that's a projectile-based thing.
Yeah,
let's be
most Warlock supers are really just very projectile or
stuff.
area of effect. Like,
Which, I
the
mean, as
only
far as area of
closest
effect goes-
one is, I think, what is it, Nova Warp? The one where you're
Yeah,
kind of
Nova
running
Warp.
around as a bomb? Like,
Yeah.
that's the closest
Sorry,
that you
guys.
could consider a melee one, because you do have to get pretty close. But,
It's more of an
yeah.
explosive one than anything
yeah,
else.
it's a lot more closer to area of effect, but yeah.
So, I would have liked to have seen a melee for Warlocks, but I get it that, Wizards, so swords doesn't fit the aesthetic, but hey, Gandalf had a sword.
Yeah.
Bungie, come on, give us a melee weapon, damn it.
Give it to me!
Or at least give me some summoning ability. I want to summon stuff, but that's beside the point. But yeah, no, what was I going? Oh yeah, Strand. So, the actual aesthetic is also quite interesting. Actually, before I touch on that, the other super that they're given, apparently Hunter's got a rope dart,
Yes.
which I'm gonna admit is actually pretty cool looking. And I feel will be a nightmare to fight against in Crucible for some reason.
Probably, because the way it looks like it's working is a very... It seems to be kind of a ranged melee type thing, where you've got a small area where you can attack enemies, but
Like
then
our
a
sword.
large... Yeah, it's kind of like that. Kind of a mix between Spectral Blade and a Warlock Dawnblade.
Right.
Kind of feels a little bit like that.
Gonna be honest though, it really is on brand for the Hunters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
can't-
looking at that, like, out of everything, it honestly does look like it fits perfectly for Honor.
Oh yeah, no. Credit where credit's due when it comes to the new supers. They look very much on brand with the classes.
Oh, yeah.
All in all, though, the aesthetics of Strand are kind of interesting. I've seen people kind of hinting, or not hinting, kind of guessing that it might have something to do with Egregore, due to the kind of what we know of, like, apparently the lore behind this, where it's... The leaks kind of said that it was going to be like, third eye stuff, or not third eye, kind of like this strings of fate kind of thing, this strings of fate. And Bungie did kind of almost talk about it in that way, where they're like, oh, the Strand is this network of, interconnected things that connect everyone and everything, which is kind of also how they're explaining you're able to grapple on to, literally nothingness, because Strand is the backbone of it's kind of like dark matter. It's everywhere. You just don't see it. So that's how they're canonically explaining are able to grapple onto air. Which, I mean, hey, why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Though everyone's saying because of that kind of omnipresence, it might be having something to do with Egregore. Call me crazy, but the aesthetic reminds me a lot like Pyramid Resonance stuff.
A little.
It might be a mixture
little bit,
of both.
actually, yeah.
I think it might be more Pyramid Resonance based than, straight up Egregore based, if at all. But that's just my 2 cents on the matter. Because the aesthetic is quite interesting, I'm not gonna lie. And the whole third eye thing, it looks like this is like a subclass that almost feels like an extension of Deep Sight. When you think of Deep Sight and the whole psychic thing, this feels like the subclass that would be related to. Like the kind of root of that power, in a way.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's the new expansion. Like I said, very cyberpunk
It's-
aesthetic. I feel like they were trying to cash in on cyberpunk back when it was popular, before it became what it did.
Yeah.
But hey, it's still a very cool expansion, so I'm happy they still kept the aesthetic. Though maybe I'm wrong and they just kind of decided to do the aesthetic, though I feel like I'm not. But who knows? And, oh yeah, Callus apparently has, you mentioned before, Callus apparently has a body now. This is confusing.
I'd be willing... No, I think he always had a body, but he had a neural connection during Season of the Haunted to his ship,
That's
and
the
he was
thing.
just cyclically connected to it.
That's the thing. That would make a lot of sense, except for one weird point. The very lore related to Callus all says that his body was decaying and literally falling apart. That looks pretty.
I
kept
mean,
together, if you ask me. With
I
that body.
mean,
Unless
you
that's
really
a new body he got cloned into or something.
yeah, but also
Like
when you
Emperor
look
Palpatine style.
when you look at the body, it don't look all too healthy when compared to a like average Cabal.
I guess, but it looks way better than what we were kind of told. You know, his body's falling apart. You see his sickly like stuff on it. You know, it looks a lot better than that. Not gonna lie, unless this is like I said, an Emperor Palpatine situation where Callus, through the Witness's abilities or generosity or whatever, put himself in a new body.
Yeah,
That's always a possibility.
you never know.
And apparently he has Darkness Cabal, which. Where did he get Darkness Cabal? Are they just going to be an extension of his ads? No.
Who knows?
Of course they've got a walker. Why wouldn't they have a walker?
They have two, actually.
They have to.
They have two.
This is
Also,
concerning.
also, when you see a Scorch Cannon, grab a Scorch Cannon, and just shoot the little shield things.
Ah, yeah, I figured what those things were going to be for.
Yes, because they're just gonna shield the walker.
Ah.
So yeah.
Smart. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Like I said, darkness-based Cabal. What exactly they are, I don't know. Maybe they'll be an extension of his loyalists. And Renegade Cabal. The big question about this expansion, I think, more specifically, is why the darkness is suddenly attacking the city. Because, I mean, yeah, the darkness is all about destroying and blah, 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 but here's the thing. As far as we knew, their beef was with us.
Yes.
This is a subsect of humanity that, hell, hasn't even gotten involved in the rest of humanity's problems, which, you know.
It's saying a lot.
Way to be lazy, way to be lazy.
It is saying a lot, though.
Yeah, so the question here is, like, why would the Witness even bother? Like, is it just because they're on the edge of the system? Because, you know, they're based around Neptune, so they're just convenient? Or is there something else here? Do they have something we don't know about?
Who knows?
And Callus's massive invasion ship, but whatever.
Yeah, no, it does very much seem like Callus is kind of preparing for something, and he's found something over at Neptune that he wants, or at least the Witness has something going on at Neptune that the Witness wants. Either way, another thing that's going to be happening over at Neptune is another enemy is going to be discovered, which is kind of more what looks to be more disciples.
Yeah, they looked... It's kind of weird, like... I think Tassie kind of said they almost look like they're based on the construction of Rolk.
Yeah.
Obviously not lore-wise, but mechanically-wise from a gameplay standpoint. Who knows? Maybe also lore-wise. We don't know yet.
Yes.
They are just massive golems, which Bungie themselves are like I think they once said are the closest things to actual like in-game bosses that are not bosses that we've had in a long time, if at all. And yeah, no, I can see it. They are big. So it'll be interesting to see what the heck they are. Are they another species? Are they just random pyramid creatures? I don't know. I mean, it is alluded to that the Witness has other minions that we have not seen yet, so maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all Lightfall in a nutshell when it comes to that. Oh yeah, no. Before I forget, actually, one other thing I should mention. There's actually an exclusive, or I think what is an exclusive gun, for pre-ordering right now. Instead of actually getting, you know, a ghost shell and an emote, which is usually what you get for pre-ordering this new stuff, you also get an entirely new exotic. I can't wait to read the lore tab of that thing, though knowing my luck, there won't be a lore tab. It'll just be a random gun. Which means cool, but...
POV,
still.
scholar, no lore.
No lore, disappointment. Hey, when that new city comes out, I'm going to be poring over every Grimoire card, or the equivalent to that I can find.
That boy is really electrified. 200 sticks.
You
put
could
into
say
him.
that he's truly shocked by the current circumstances.
Just a bit.
Hey man, anyone who knows me knows that I can do fucking electric puns for days, man. This
that
is not
so?
a good season for me.
Is that so?
Yeah, man.
But
You could say this is truly an electric situation.
how shocking of you. Anyways.
Anyways, before we slowly start losing subscriptions
Yes.
based on purely terrible shock puns. But yeah, that's the new expansion.
Yeah, the
Lightfall.
new expansion, Lightfall, is going to be taking place at Neptune. There's going to be a city that looks very clean and not damaged or anything. It looks like it's going to be reminiscent of Titan in a way, as well as a lot of cyberpunk-like stuff going on. And, of course, we're getting a new subclass. We got a little bit of an idea on it there. And, frankly, it seems like interesting things are gonna be really kicking off. Like the final shape is kind of shaping up type of thing where.
Wow, you went there.
Yeah, well, you know.
You went there.
You started it with the puns. I'm finishing it here.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I'd say it's interesting to look at right now. As pre-orders are out, you're able to go and get yourself an emote and all that, just like pretty much all the previous pre-orders thus far. There's a new weapon, which I'm surprised you're shocked about, because Witch Queen also had a new weapon.
That's the thing, though. The new weapon, because here's the weird part. The caveat isn't the weapon. That makes sense. The weapon for Witch Queen and everything else you got in the end of the expansion and stuff like that. This is a weapon that if you pre-order, you get right now.
Interesting.
That's the weird part.
Interesting.
There is no like, hey, get this and by the end.
Oh,
of the
so don't do
expansion,
the same
here's
activity again.
No, I'm doing another one.
Okay, I was gonna say, not the same one again. Don't
He's
do it,
getting
keep
tired.
doing the same thing.
No, I plan to do something else. Expedition this time. Why couldn't
Expedition, exploration.
I should probably use a map fragment that I've been slowly accumulating. I don't have enough.
I have 20 map fragments and 200 coordinates.
I don't have enough coordinates. I have 30.
I literally just played like 2 or 3 strikes and I got a whole bunch, so.
Oh, is that? Okay.
Yeah, no, just play strikes and you'll get a whole bunch of coordinates, and then just do that activity that we did and just get a whole bunch of map fragments.
Oh, go figure.
Yes. But, yeah, there's that.
I'm not, like I said, though, yeah. I'm surprised they're giving it away right now instead of, like, later. The Guardian, the new emote, the Ghost Show, which might have lore tied to the thing, like, what's it called, Beyond Lighthead, where it kind of introduced the key cast. That I expected. I did not expect them to also give away a completely new weapon with, though.
Yes.
So, meh?
Rifle is at your command.
But yeah, that's the new expansion, like I said. Like we said, I suppose I should say. We, they, I don't know. I am the witness now. I am we are they.
I am knowledge.
I am knowledge.
But
yeah,
no,
cool.
that's basically the idea
Kind
of
of
what's
the
going on
gist.
with Lightfall. Is there's a city
race,
that we're going to at Neptune, and yeah,
A new subsect of humanity, technically. I'm gonna be interested to see what they play in the story, because it's gonna be like, cool, you have all the knowledge of humanity that was lost during the Golden Age. Gimme.
yeah. No, I have a feeling if it is like a new group and everything like that and all that, I have a feeling it's just they're just like normal humans. The only difference is they're more kind of mechanical, like in a way where they've just survived based off of their technology. Like they went out of their way to basically lobotomize themselves in a way.
It's possible. I mean, the whole shtick with these new people is that we got introduced kind of in a way to them in Witch Queen, where we hear that Rasputin actually had this kind of secret place called Nephili's Stronghold that not even Bray knew about, because during the collapse he literally purged all records of it from his memory banks from, you know, every single reference. And
Yeah,
everything.
he
So
did
it basically
everything
took
he
us-
could to hide it.
So it was kind of like a lifeboat for humanity. So it'd be kind of funny if it'd be like, this is the richest of humanity. Though I don't feel like they'll go down that route. They
No.
won't go down like a Horizon Zero Dawn route where it's like, this is the richest of humanity that basically just left humanity to die back.
No, I have a feeling they're not really gonna have that much. Like, they'll probably have some hidden knowledge that might be able to help, like knowledge that they learned from the collapse that might be able to help us out and all that. But I don't think it's gonna be like 100% game changer. It's mainly gonna be okay, we have this knowledge, now we just have to utilize it in a way that might make it a game changer.
I mean, maybe, because like I said, the whole shtick is that they're a subsect of humanity that didn't have the collapse and basically,
Yeah,
they're
but
first
I'd be
humanity.
willing to bet they at least saw what happened.
No, they saw what happened, so
They
That's
have at
probably why
least
they maybe
learned
haven't
something out of it
themselves.
all that might help.
yeah. But still, that'll be interesting to see where that goes. Like I
Mhm.
said, in future expansions, what will they be involved in? It's kind of like the Awoken, where it's like, now that they're out in the universe, what will they do?
Yeah.
It's kind of even less like the Awoken, where it's like, hey, technically, well, the Awoken are a separate sovereignty, so who knows how this will play out.
Before we are overrun.
We'll see. I can't wait to see how the rest
I
of the city
saw
responds.
a Cabal spawn over here. So in other words, during that last phase, you probably don't.
Oh, I completely forgot about that guy.
Yeah, in the last phase there, you don't want to go spamming the things right away. You want to go take that Cabal
Yeah.
out because he probably drops a pile of loot like during Season of the
Yeah.
Haunted. Because I saw him
Yeah.
glowing for a moment, so I think he's like
Yeah,
that
he's
one.
a ruffian. There's a whole achievement based on gritting him, and I think there is, high-end
Okay.
stuff you get. But I've never killed him because people keep spawning. I completely forgot about him though, actually.
Well, it's not people keep spawning; it's people just
Or
spam
people keep,
the treasure
spamming the
into the
insect.
thing. Yeah.
Which, yeah.
But now that
Speaking
I
of treasure-
know about it, at least.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me though. I completely forgot about him.
Yes.
But yeah, speaking of treasure, Season of the Plunder. Which,
So
I don't
yeah,
know about the naming convention, but the aesthetic is cool.
yes. But yeah, no, you've seen at least a little bit of it. The first activity that we were doing is the first activity that you get introduced to. It's literally just pirate raiding, shipboarding. It's got different activities that you can be put into. So
Wild
you
guess
can,
what aesthetic this is based off of.
yeah. But yeah, no, you're either destroying ether tanks,
I got you.
destroying the shield generators with the, you know, the, I don't know, fallen tanks, I guess you could call them, really.
Ether tanks, I suppose.
Well, no, not
Oh,
you
you mean the
the
walkers?
Yeah, the
They don't have-
fallen
I don't
equivalent
have
of a
anything on
tank.
walkers. At least to my knowledge, at least.
Yes.
Not to blow my own horn, it's pretty fast.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's another one which is going and taking down the.
The pirate bosses in their little hideouts.
No, not that. It's.
Oh.
I'm talking about the previous activity that we were doing. The 3 different things that you can
Oh,
end up doing.
okay, yeah.
There's the servitor computer that you have to take down, which is one of the ones that we did.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a combination of 2 of those where you do one of them going in and then one of them going out, and then you fight the boss. So there's a little bit of variety to it. It's literally the same thing, but with just a small bit of variety, so you're not just doing always the exact same thing.
Yeah, credit to Bungie, that little bit of procedural generation to it does help take a bit off of the monotony of, doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm. So you're at least.
I feel like that'll go a little bit in the long run.
Yeah,
keep it
it'll
fresh.
be nice. Then there's this activity, which I believe is probably going to be a weekly one, where every week it's going to be different, and people keep forgetting to not stand in that beam, do they? That beam hurts you.
I feel like this is gonna be like the same general flow of it every week, but on different planets. Like I saw one.
It's probably going to be on the different open world
Rotating
based
every
locations, and you're just going to be doing basically this, which is just have one of the glimmer drills basically going and mining into the ground to go and release loot which you throw at the payload, which payload came back from the first season of Witch Queen. Again.
I mean, this is kind of them reusing in a way the 30th anniversary stuff. pirate treasure mechanics. Though
Yeah,
considering
but
the theme of that dungeon, it feels on point.
technically, the treasure mechanic and all that is originally like the little I forget what they're called. What are those?
What, the moats?
The moats, yeah.
Or the end
Technically,
weapons?
that came from Forsaken, from the Trickster.
I mean, yeah, technically the models did at the very least.
Yeah,
not the
the
mechanics.
original concept of it all came from the Trickster, and then it changed over to what it is now.
Yeah. Clever work credits due, though. It's a great way to reuse aesthetics while keeping on brand and theme and stuff like that. I was very disappointed in the 30th anniversary. There wasn't more pirate-themed stuff in that dungeon.
You know, at least there was good music.
But this season compensates, so I'll forget them.
You are forgiven for now.
You are forgiven for now. But yeah, no. It's interesting. We kind of talked about the main players this season. We talk about freaking, oh my god, why am my brain dying? Spider, we talked about Aramis potentially getting, well, no, definitely getting revived. She's back. In a little bit more of a smaller role than I think a lot of people predicted she'd be in.
Mm-hmm.
She's less of a witness servant at this point and more of just a do what I say and I'll set you free kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which in a way kind of fits with her character, because in Beyond Light, you know, Varix even says, you know, she doesn't really have a thing for gods. So I really doubt she'd bow to the witness willingly if there weren't, you know.
Yeah,
the
no,
possibility
it's gotta
of
be
traveling there.
do something for me and I'll do something for you type of thing right now.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Unlike Kalos, who's like, be my king.
I want you to lead me.
Lead
me, please.
Bow to me. But,
Bow to me, witness.
bow to me, witness. Oh my god, honestly. Notice me, senpai.
Notice me, senpai.
Literally, that was Alice's whole mentality going into all of this prior to, like, Season of the Risen or stuff. Notice me, senpai! That was his conversation to the witness. His first words were just,
Notice me.
senpai! Notice me. The witness's first reply, you have been noticed. But, honestly, yeah, no. Another key player, though, is the Drifter. We always kind of assumed the next season would be Drifter-focused, though I don't think, like I said, any of us predicted it this way.
Yeah.
But considering the Spider's back this season, you know, it fits. It's on brand.
I understand that the pursuit of riches is part of the pirate ethos.
Speaking of involvement,
Use this
Ido.
newfound wealth to help
Yes.
the people of the
Mithrax's child. Technically stepchild.
Stepchild, yes.
Oh. Yes, we're doing this activity, so I should probably load the captain's atlas.
Probably, just a bit, so you can get extra treasure.
Yes. Dig up. I didn't know digging up involved sticking a spear into something.
It's very effective digging. You don't even have to use
Are you able to load one
your heart
up?
out, Sea of Thieves.
Did you
I don't
load?
have one, remember?
You don't have enough coordinates.
Yeah, remember?
Okay,
I
well
don't
then we
have
can just
enough.
do a strike. Like I said, do strikes.
Yeah, do strikes.
Do
But yeah, no. Ida was involved in this, surprisingly. Side note, I believe they recast her. Though maybe it's very similar to the old voice, though then again, Anna Bray has the same thing where they did recast her, but the voice is very similar, so
Yeah.
maybe not. I might just be imagining it here, because here's the thing, right?
I mean,
Her involvement
the other part of it too is during Season of the Splicer, her voice was very distorted. It was computerized. So that's
another
another
thing.
thing.
Maybe I'm wrong, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels higher pitched, you know, younger.
Yeah,
Which
no, it does
makes
feel
more
younger.
sense for the whole daughter role that she's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other one felt more, daughter, yes, but already into
Older.
her adult life, stuff like that. Already wise, grizzled from her years with her father and stuff like that. Distrusting. Whereas this kind of voice of Ido feels much more along the lines of what they're trying to go with now. A much more younger, almost innocent Ido, where she perhaps trusts the spider or converses with him a touch too much.
Well,
The guy might be an ally, but he's still a crime lord, so he's not the nicest guy.
Don't worry
but
about it.
Don't worry about it. Interestingly enough, I feel like she'll also be a story beat as well, where we actually see Aramis poking at Mithrax. He's also involved in this too. I mean, makes sense. If Ido's involved, he'd presumably be involved, especially with all the Elixni stuff. It only makes sense. We see this back and forth that Aramis keeps prodding Mithrax. Mithrax is considered to be fairly young among the Fallen, but remember, Fallen years we're talking about here. Fallen years.
Yes.
He's young for the Fallen, and I believe there's already some Fallen that are in their thousands of years old, so...
And the other thing about it too is
And
the
then
fallen
some.
the fallen can technically just almost live forever so long as they keep getting ether type of thing. Like it
Honestly,
literally
we don't know about
seems
the
like that.
We don't know about their lifespans. We know that the ether has helped almost like a hormone. It's a mixture of hormone and food for them, so maybe, maybe not. I mean, we know the Cabal have a straight up lifespan.
Hmm.
We know the Vex obviously don't, because, you know, robot.
Yes. Robot do not eat.
Yeah, robot does not eat. No, they eat the tears of people.
Yes. But
But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
there's
it's interesting. So, but yeah, no, she is involved in this season, kind of going against this, kind of getting involved, kind of against her father's wishes, kind of not, where he's reluctantly helping, but more just that he's afraid of the old crews, as he calls them, which are kind of like the old grizzled veterans, the Elixni that have managed to survive this long, the original colonizers in a way.
Mhm.
And it feels like I said, Ido will be a talking point for this season, because Aramis keeps prodding Mithrax about his past. That, in fairness, we do somewhat know about. And did you just...
Yeah, no, you can skip it. But
I hate it when people do that!
Hey, at least I'm clearing things out for you, alright? I'm not doing what most people do, which is literally just leave the fire team behind and not clear out anything ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm
Fair
at
enough.
least doing this to go and clear
He
this
is at
out
least
so we
being
keep running ahead.
Yeah, that's
See?
true. He's at least being helpful.
See, as by the time you're over here, it's already cleared and you're able to just walk through.
But that's the fun part.
Yeah, but then we can get to the even more fun part even sooner. Getting to
enough.
the loot.
That's what I was gonna say. Season of the Plunder, as the two founding fathers of the Brother of the Loot. This season we must engage with. It is in our constitution.
Loot is requirement. Anything else is heretical.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
The
real
idea that-
quick. That's something you can do, but I wouldn't recommend you doing it. Do it like a whole fire team do it because someone does have to stay behind and actually activate the little Vex terminal. Otherwise, you're stuck there. So.
Yeah, no. I kind of feel like not doing it someday just to kind of like screw with them one day.
Well, I mean, if it happens, then I'm just gonna sit there and just be like, all right, I'm here now. I live here. Anyways, here's the Vex waterfall that you wanted, Ghost.
Yeah, here goes. Here's your nice glamour shot of a waterfall. Put
Yep.
that on your mental screensaver. But yeah, no, it feels like there'll be a talking point there. Aramis keeps prodding Mithrax about his past, which we do, know about. It's not a surprise for anyone who knows the lore that he's an ex-captain of House of Dusk, and I believe House of either Wolves or Devils before that. I can't remember, but
I think it was Devils. I think you said it was Devils one time.
I know Aramis used to be House Devils back in the day, but that's I don't
I
know.
have a feeling it was Devils because Aramis kind of gives off the feeling that she knows Mithrax a little too well.
Yeah, no.
Like a little too friendly type thing.
You implying there's some relationship here?
I am implying that there's a chance that Aramis might have been involved with Mithrax as a child, like as a parent figure.
That's possible. We know he had a mother that was the head of his crew that he was involved with originally, and that she was apparently some powerful Elixni captain or something. So I don't know if there's the actual mother figure there,
I don't think she's the actual mother. I mean, could be wrong. We'll have to find out on that part. But at the
That'd be
very
kinda
least,
funny,
I have a feeling that she probably took part in kind of raising him, like teaching him type of thing.
That makes sense. I mean, the interesting part is that, he keeps playing the idea of, as Aramis herself kind of says, he plays the role of being pious, right? for the sake of the Elixni people, all that, you know, and she's like, you say all of this, and yet you murder and steal from me. Not pious, huh? You know, it's kind of like the old saying, there's no such thing as a pious thief.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what he's playing at. And he almost is playing on the idea of like, you know, what are you telling your daughter? Does she know the fact that you are not a nice guy or weren't a nice guy back in the day?
And I mean to me, I'm
get
gonna go back to how I feel about Mithrax during Season of the Splicer. Man's trying to do the right thing and help his people now. Why should that be a bad thing now?
Yeah. But I think the logic is that, you know, he's kind of almost like forsaking his past, you know, running his past.
Perhaps.
But, you know, it'll be interesting because, you know, we do know that it was alluded to last season that he's got some pretty big skeletons in the closet. And, like, he's killed people, man. He's killed not only humans, but his own kind. So
I
maybe that
really
has a
don't want to
role
give
play
up
in
this
his piety.
speed boost, but I have to. Allow me to gain it back by getting amplified again.
Yes, I too gain speed when people bleed on me.
Yes, I gain speed when Vex milk is poured in my face.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting, like I said.
I see.
See if that's a thing.
I see you have supered.
Yeah, I thought, why not?
I'll leave
Unlimited
these.
power! Unlimited.
It's like I'll leave these ones for you. But yeah, I guess that can kind of lead us back over to Arc 3.0, which is what are your thoughts on Arc 3.0 for Warlock?
When I first saw it in the reveal trailer for the season, I'm like, wait a minute. They gave everyone a new thing except the Warlocks, but I'm like, they gave us a new melee last season, so I can't complain too much. Because, like, oh, everyone's got something new except us. Well, then again, the Titans had the similar problem last season, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll let them have it.
I'll say this, though. We were all correct on assuming that the 3 original Arc Supers for Hunter were going to be combined, because they were combined.
I think there was also a leak, but I might be wrong there.
But yeah, no, all the Arc Supers were practically combined. You can basically treat it like it's a normal super. And then there's the new Arc Super, which is what I have been running, which everyone has seen a few times ran now.
The Javelin.
I can't really help that guy up there, so. But,
yeah,
no,
I've heard some people being like, it's not bad, but
Yeah, the Javelin's not bad. It works in a way, like, it definitely does what it's advertised to do, which is you throw it, and it begins to emit arc damage around the area, and if you throw it on a target, it'll do arc damage on top of the area of effect damage, pretty much. So there's that at least.
Basically goes full on lightning rod and just starts, you know.
Like you'll see here in a second. When I hit the boss, it'll practically do an initial large burst of damage, and then it'll continuously do more damage. So.
Will we kill him one phase? I don't think so.
I don't think so. If I was running Blade Barrage, probably, but we'll see. Yeah, no. I'm not confident in... Oh, actually, maybe. Here, let me get the sword out. Let me get the sword out.
Oh, he's immune.
Damn it. Alright, we're going down to the bottom then.
We'll 2-phase him then. If I was running Nova, he'd be dead, but...
Yeah, he's still gonna be immune. We're just gonna go to the next... Oh, no, never mind.
No, he has a moment where he's not. But while it's like kind of like checking to see if it is. My guess is how they programmed it is like, after this level, do the thing, check again. If it's after this level, do the thing. But there's a split second between the checks that you can get damage in.
And it's like, it's too slow. Time to perish.
Time to perish.
Ah, supercomputer, no more. You're too slow for me.
I thought you were intelligent. Lies.
But here, let me show you everyone a little bit of arc stuff. So pretty much as always, you've got your aspects, you've got your fragments. I'm pretty sure universally all fragments are the same.
Yes,
so
that's something they have for all the subclasses. Fragments are universal.
For fragments, for the most part, there's not really much in stat boosting. There's a few stat boosts and stat like debuffs for different fragments, but for the most part, it's not the same like with all of the other subclasses thus far. But Arc does go and push a very heavy either punch things or get speed and weapon buffs. So it is Arc is a very symbiosis with your weapon, like your regular weapons
Almost
type
afraid to
subclass.
play in Crucible now because of that.
Well, there's one which is sliding over bricks reloads your equipped weapon and grants a small amount of melee energy. So
I'm
that
going to be avoiding Crucible this entire season.
yeah, that in combination with melee hits grant increased reload speed for a short duration. There's another one which goes and boosts your... Where is it? It boosts your overall handling and everything. I can't remember where it is.
Fiddle-dee-dee, do what you want because the pirate is free. Don't mind me.
Grenade energy. I don't know. I don't know. It's I guess not. I think maybe I was looking at Void. I don't know. Either way,
And for
Arc.
the looks of it, if I may just chime in though.
yes, go.
It looks like there are also... Well, actually, wait. Yeah, no, it looks like there are fragments, same as last time, that are not unlocked yet, that they're holding back for some
Well,
arbitrary
no,
reason.
these. I'd be willing to bet these fragments that are locked for me and those fragments that are locked here. Tell me, are the fragments locked? Spark of ions, feedback, and
Amplitude and brilliance. Yep.
Okay, never mind. Because
Yep,
I was gonna say if those were the ones that were locked for like me, and then not you had different ones locked, then it was gonna be like the different classes fragments basically. Like every class had different fragments they had, but never mind.
Nah, it looks like they're holding some fragments back every season for reasons I don't know. Last time it was some dumb arbitrary reason where it's like get 1,000 like solar kills or 1,000,000 solar kills across the entire game, and then we'd release the fragments. But
We'll see what it is this time.
whatever, we'll see what it is.
I mean, we can go to Ikora after this and see.
Nah, I checked. They're not there.
Okay, well, never mind then. But for Hunter, at least for aspects, you've got Flow and Lethal Current, and these two are basically the two kind of unison ones that you really want to be running. If you're running one, you kind of want to run the other because they really work well off of each other, where one goes and makes defeating jolted targets makes you amplified, and the other meleeing an enemy makes them jolted. They very well pair with one another. And then there's Tramplist. I am English, yes.
You're having the problem now.
Anyways, this one goes and provides the sliding attack that hunters and everyone who knows Hunter Arc is very well aware of. The sliding, what seems to be grenade launcher attack that slides on the ground. It also jolts targets, but for me, I've always hated it because I hate the idea of, in order for me to even use my melee, I've got to be running and sliding at the same time when I could just melee.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not a true hunter.
What do you mean I'm not a true hunter? A true hunter would just use knives. Therefore, I would only use solar so I can throw a knife at something.
Most hunters I see spend more time on their knees than their feet.
No, they spend more time on the air.
Nah, it's more of a warlock thing.
You don't know the Jumpy Boys then? The meme where everyone's like hunters are constantly jumping around. You'll know when you have a hunter on your team when they're always jumping up and down.
I mean, they do that too, but I mean, let's be honest. That's more of a strategy thing where we warlocks kind of have to do it by necessity.
Well, yeah, you just kind of hover around.
Yeah.
You're just a drone. You hover around while hunters are literally just the parkourists that
Yeah,
just have to jump
that's
off of everything, yelling parkour.
Probably the best comparison I've seen for a freaking warlock. You guys are fucking drones. That's all you are.
You're just a
You're a
drone.
fucking attack drone.
You're a drone with both a cannon and a small pistol, and you just shoot things occasionally with the pistol, and then just shoot a large cannon at anything else. All it takes is one shot, and you're falling down to the ground, but it doesn't matter.
All I just see, freaking, as you said that, it's just I just see the thing for Lazy Purple where it's like, so well, Heavy is a defense class, so he shouldn't even have claims.
Yatta.
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 Yatta. Yatta.
Honestly, warlock mentality. Yatta. 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 Yatta.
Yep.
Yatta.
Meanwhile, for me, my description for a hunter would literally just be, we're the parkourists that have to jump on literally any surface and just yell parkour. We're literally just gonna, literally jumps up a small little rock up 2 inches. Parkour!
Parkour!
That's literally how you describe this. But, yeah, no, Arc's been reworked for hunters where we've only got one super now. We've got the Gathering Storm. Gathering Storm does work out. Arc staff is pretty much roughly about the same. Now you can just hold C to reflect incoming projectiles. I'd be willing to bet if you want the sliding attack that you were also able to have with Arc staff, I think it was Middle Tree, you'll probably have to equip that other aspect from before. But for the most part, it works out. It works out. It definitely.
Side note, everyone.
It definitely does what you want it to.
They cleared out all the egregore.
Yes.
Everyone, so if you're all concerned,
Well,
I'm sure.
this
may not be interesting from a gameplay.
They
point.
cleared out all the egregore.
Well, I mean, hell, everyone was concerned from a lore standpoint. It's like, if they don't, that might be a security breach problem.
Which
But
I
they
think
did. They cleared it all out.
I think that's kind of what ended up happening at the end of season
Yeah,
of the
I think
Haunted.
it kind of did end up happening, at least on the helm. We're not sure how he did it in the city, though.
I don't think it happened in the city.
Yeah, no, apparently if you go to Zavala, he's like, yeah, no, apparently they also projected it in the city. Or Callus projected it in the city.
Interesting.
Somehow.
Interesting.
Which is even more... Your cloak is going all over.
Yeah, no,
By the way,
that's
artifact here.
Yeah, I know,
It's on
but
the table.
basically that's kind of with the longer cloaks like this, that's kind of expected to watch the cloak phase in and out of reality and jumble around the entire map. Especially this one, because this one has 4 different strands that go off. So.
But yeah, no. So the Egregore's been cleared out. Seasonal haunted stuff. Oh my goodness, what else? That one thing I was gonna talk about. I had this one idea, but all that talking about the thing. Oh yeah, no, that's what I was gonna talk about. On a warlock standpoint for a storm, it feels like they're going all into giving us little creatures to deal with. Because one of our aspects specific to us is the Arc Soul, which, I mean, come on, you had to keep that. Our little Arc Soul, we had to keep that.
Yeah, which I think... Here, let me go over this again. I think I'm able to generate an Arc Soul on my own. Let me see here.
You're able. I don't know. I've heard people are able to generate Arc Souls on their own.
I just need to go. Yeah, I need to go over this again. No, it wouldn't be easy. It's a very niche, very specific thing that you have to do. But you can keep going. Like, what's the idea for Arc for Warlock so far?
It's kind of what we had before. I don't really feel like there's any nerfs or buffs for us particularly. Because, let's be honest, unlike with Nova or Solar, where there's a lot of diversification and specifics with that, with Nova, or at least with Stormcaller, there really wasn't much in the way of specifics. Like, unlike, for example, Crucible, where everyone in Warlocks used, I can't remember if it was bottom tree or top tree Dawnblade. You know, so there was a lot of specifics there that people were like, oh, wait, this got nerfed, this got nerfed, this got nerfed. With Solar, with Stormcaller and Arc, not so much, I feel like. Like, they gave us our important thing, like, I feel like they couldn't have taken away our Arc Soul without somebody getting pissed off. Which, on a side note, may I just say, the look of it is literally an electric eel poised for attack. Electrons sing as you approach. But that's not the funny part about the flavor text. The flavor text after that is what kind of makes me kind of funny. It's like another familiar joins your ranks. Really, are they kind of alluding to the idea that we warlocks like summoning things? Because we do, but
Yes.
Come on,
Also.
give me a taken subclass. I want it.
Oh, I
I want
can't.
to create my army.
Interesting. I'm not able to blink in here. Which is another thing hunters have now, is blink.
They do.
Yes.
God damn it!
I mean, they literally said that we were getting blink.
Did they? I
Everyone,
don't
yeah,
remember
everyone was going on about it on the internet. It's like hunters are getting blink back, just like in D1. Oh God.
Well, there goes another bit of our exclusivity, I guess. Fine, now give me your dodge. Give it to me, damn it!
Hey, I am okay with teaching you how to dodge. Step 1, roll. Step 2, reload your gun while rolling. There you go. You've learned how to dodge and reload. You've
Aren't your
learned
dodges-
gambler's dodge.
Aren't your dodges aspects, actually, not straight movement abilities?
No, they're not aspect. They're literally our ability. Like our
Oh, they're the movement
abilities.
ability.
Yeah, no, our abilities it's in order for our abilities right beside aspects. It's our dodges, which we have for our
the
gambler's
class, I'm guessing.
dodge and marksman dodge, and then we have our jumping right beside the dodges, which is our 3 jumps, our strafe jump, our high jump, and then blink as well now. Which, funny enough, blink has a warlock icon. Interesting.
There's a bit of like cheeky lore in the old thing that says the warlocks were the ones who originally developed Blink way back in the day.
I mean, let's
but
be
some
honest
dude
here.
brought it to the hunters.
Let's be honest here. Out of everything, it kind of just seems like the warlocks discover something and then are like, "Hey, you guys want this?" And it's like, "Yes, I'll teach you." But then we've got our melees, our 2 different melees, and then we've got the variety of grenades, which I only have 2 available to me right now. But there's that.
Oh, great! As if I needed another reason to hit the hunters. Well, add that to
I
the
mean,
growing list.
if I be honest, I don't see
Here's the thing: I don't mind them having Blink. I mind them having Blink. It sounds It's gonna sound counterintuitive. I don't mind having them Blink, but I mind having them Blink. Let me
Yeah.
explain. I don't mind having them Blink in general. You know, if you want to increase the movement speeds and everything, fine. You're diversifying and everything. I don't think the Titans have Blink, though. I might be wrong.
They have a strafe, but it's very niche, and I think they can only strafe on the ground, so it's
Yeah.
very specific. But I'll
Here's the
say
thing.
this real quick. I'd be kind of okay with all the classes, like Titans and Warlocks, being able to do the Marksman dodge or something resembling the Marksman dodge, because that allows you to reload your weapon. So every class kind of being able to do that, like albeit with Warlocks and Titans, it being very niche and very very situational. It's not as easy to use as it is for hunters. Would be interesting.
Yeah, no, but that's kind of the thing. Here's the thing. On most circumstances, let's be honest, Blink is useless. Most Warlocks will tell you under 90% of circumstances, Blink is a fun thing, but fairly useless. Unless...
It'll
there's a big unless here.
be interesting to see for hunters.
If you're a very big PvP sweat and you really invest in Blink and get good at it, it's a nightmare to fight against.
So-
Because a good Warlock can be in every direction at once, blinking around you. He'll never stay in one place long enough for you to get a solid bead on him.
So
Plus, they blink, so it's harder for you to track their movements. It's not like a Warlock it's not like a Warlock's glide or, you know, a double jump where you can kind of predict where they'll go. They'll just literally vanish. So you can't predict the movement.
So basically, an already hard to hit hunter is going to be much harder to hit.
Exactly. Now,
Good.
do you see why I'm not happy?
Good luck, everybody. I don't like Crucible, so I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't
But
care
yeah.
if you suffer, because I'm going to stay over here shooting the enemies of humanity.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing, though. It's a massive skill gap. I'd like to say
Mhm.
Blink is a skill gap. It's not easy to
It's-
learn or perfect.
Yeah,
But if
I
you're
would be
really
willing
good at
to,
it,
I'd be willing to bet people who played D1 Hunter and had Blink are probably going to be all right with it, but it's going to probably be a little while before any of the other hunters from D2 really start to utilize it and really, in other words, abuse it basically.
yeah,
So,
pretty much. But
I'd say
like
you
I
have
s-
a little bit of time before it all really kicks out.
you don't. Here's the thing. Even if it is good as it is, you don't tend to see it too much in Crucible.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's tied to, like I said, an ability tree that really wasn't great when it came to PvP. Nova's not bad for PvP, but it's not the optimal build. Like, when it comes to PvP, people would probably say, like, for Warlock's Dawnblade would probably be the best option, depending on your map. Maybe Stormcaller.
And
With
then
Hunter,
on
I'm not so
some-
sure about that myself.
And
But-
meanwhile, on some very specific map, the city, where it's literally a straight line, a certain Warlock super is very good when it provides a giant Star Wars Death Star beam.
Yeah, no. I mean, Ionic Trance, or, what is it called again? I can't remember. I think it's Ionic Trance. Hold up.
You're the one with the
Chaos
super.
Reach, Chaos
There
Reach.
you go.
I can't remember the name of it. Chaos Reach isn't bad when it comes to it.
It's very good for
But-
like a long distance map, like a very open ranged map, not a
Yeah,
tight
open
corridor. Everything is very close in your face map.
which is technically 90% of
Like,
the freaking Crucible
but,
map,
like-
so, situational.
Which one was it? The one map on the moon that's hive related. The outer section would be good for that for Chaos Reach. The one on Earth that's in the actual city, not on the wall of the city, but the
Mayhem.
one actually in the city. Oh, we're playing Mayhem? Okay, I'm getting out of Arc then. No, thank you.
I want to see, because here's the thing. Mayhem and Arc, because here's the thing. Warlock Palpatine mode is very good for fighting other people.
Yes. Meanwhile, I'm going to get out of Arc now. No, thank you.
That's kind of the point, like, right? You've got it back, but it's only on Arc.
Yeah.
So it'll be situational. Yes,
And-
Hunter will have Blink.
Like I said, Arc is already very situational based for a hunter, so
It is kind of a trade-off. It's kind of like I said, what it was for us and Blink with Nova all these years. It's very situational. Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you'll probably do decent, but it's not presumably what some would call the optimal build loadout.
Mhm.
Plus, like I said, it is both very jarring to fight against, but also very jarring to learn, because it's just as random when it comes to the movement on the player's side as well. You have to kind of predict where you're going to end up, how fast you're going to end up there, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not the easiest thing to learn, but like I said, if you learn it and you get it down pat, you become a nightmare to fight against.
All right. There we go. I've redesigned myself. Oh, apparently I didn't redesign the helmet properly, but I've redesigned myself into my solar loadout.
Oh, there you go. Let me guess. Blades?
I mean, I could. You think I should run Golden Gun?
Well, I was going to say you're probably running knives right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, obviously I'm running Blade Barrage. But do you think?
these days runs Blade
Well,
Barrage.
would you want me to run Golden Gun? Because I can run Golden
I mean, it's
Gun.
your choice. I'm just saying, it's a stereotype these days.
Well,
Every
yes.
hunter nowadays runs
Well,
Blade Barrage.
like I have
it's
said,
broken.
like I have said before, Blade Barrage is OP. You'd be stupid to not use it, just like any other class would be stupid to not use something OP. If you don't use something OP, then obviously you're just gonna fall behind and suffer and cry inside because you're not able to keep up with everyone else.
This ad brought to you by the meta grunners of every of
Every
2022.
hunter that only plays Crucible, look at me. I run the OP item now.
Here's the thing: Blade Barrage is very good for single targets, but it's not that great when it comes to crowd clearing in a way.
Yes.
It's very good for single target damage. But if you got a single group of people that are spread out, not so great. But let us test the Crucibles. Let us test this new Arc subclass in the Crucible. And then I suppose we'll call it here. Because we've touched on most of the points.
Okay, hopefully I got the right one. Hopefully I got the right super and everything combination that allows me to go and have basically almost infinite super, but not really because it still has a timer.
I literally see a Titan running across the thing. Just full-on train wrecking his way across. And I'm like,
Yeah, the Titans be like, ah, yes,
Titan.
I must go.
My time is now.
I must go. My mayhem needs me. No.
Yatat. Yatat. Yatat.
Yep.
Yatat.
Yep. I'm not getting anywhere.
Oh, now you have to fight against Palpatine. Come at me, mortals, I dare you! Ah, son of a bitch, I got golden gunned.
Across the map! I am evil now. I did the thing.
To those who say hunters are fine, case in point. Case in...
Oh my god, I just sent that warlock to space. I killed myself in the process, but that was glorious. I don't know how I made a space program out of that, man.
This man has been turned into
I
purple
just
space
literally
program.
turned him into a rocket. It's like, go to the moon and tell me what you see.
Kerbal space program, let's go!
Worth it. Alright.
Palpatine, unlimited power!
Limited power! Anakin, look at me. Anakin, I have unlimited power.
I have unlimited power!
Anakin, save me, Anakin. Yeah, I don't have the right combination of things. Whatever. No.
No, that's you.
That is me. I am freezing. I am cold. Good thing I have the heat.
Here's the guy here. Ah, shit.
Run away!
Like I said, a lot of people running Dunblade. For that very reason.
I don't know how I got that flick shot, but I got that flick shot.
I don't know why, but for some reason it feels like the, maybe it's just me, but it feels like the Warlock got nerfed.
It wasn't good enough. You were
Is it
close.
just weird as Stormcaller getting nerfed?
It kind of feels like it got nerfed.
Of course it got nerfed.
Oh, that almost hit that Titan. That was literally an inch from the Titan's face.
I used to be doing a lot better. Something's off here.
I used to be good, now I am not. I'm running away.
Oh, that's a guy with a golden gun.
Yep, I'm going away. Run away!
Ladies and gentlemen, list of things people hate about D2. Number 1, hunters. No.
Yeah, well, literally everyone's
general.
hated hunters, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And even the hunters hate the hunters. What did that tell you?
Oh, come on, I hit that Titan. I hit the Titan. Oh, the Titan had so much damage resistance.
We're not gonna give them instant kills. Gives them instant kills. Something's off here.
Something doesn't feel right. They're pushing for victory. Kill him.
I think it's just the fact that they've got like 16 golden guns on their name. Actually, no.
I think they only have the one or maybe two at the most.
Yeah, no, only one, but it feels very strange that.
Alright. As you heard my screaming, I think that is enough entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
I need to figure out which one ignites. I need the one fragment that ignites targets on super kill. Bigger target acquisition. Yeah, okay, here. Yeah. Here's the one. Okay. Go damage resistance. Hold on. Uno momento.
1 minute.
I don't need to apply Scorch to targets. I want all of the buffs that I can get.
I want the buffs.
I want all of my buffs. Therefore, I want my knife buffs. I don't need... Yeah, I don't need better target acquisition for Golden Gun. Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, wait. I'm missing a fragment. There we go. I'm good.
I'm missing the fragments.
It's like, oh wait, I used a fragment again in another slot. Therefore, I removed myself of a fragment. There we go. Problem solved. Yes. Checking. You should have a bunch more coordinates now after that.
Oh yeah, no.
There you
I'm just
go.
gonna try one.
One more
play a
mayhem.
little.
We'll extend this to an entertainment part of the stream and just play some mayhem. I know I'm not playing Arc, but again, Arc to me is always been very ad clear and not very ad and boss, not very Crucible. People who do run Crucible Arc for Hunter, I commend you for your willingness to suffer, but I am not going through that. If anything, my Crucible experience is either going to be Solar or Stasis. Maybe Void if I feel daring. Daring today, are we?
Daring today, honestly.
Literally just... I really want to whip out Deadman's, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to be that guy. Besides, I have a bow. A bow that's actually pretty good in Crucible.
Yeah.
Like
That's the weird part.
It's
right?
kind of what happens when you have a bow that blows up in people's faces. It just
That's the.
hits with arrow. Oh no, I'm in danger.
Oh, no. Oh, here's the.
I am a walking bomb.
Oh, here's the Knuckles thing. Oh no.
Oh no, it's the one lazy purple clip of the soldier going and taking the rocket and getting his scout killed. It's like, soldier, no! Oh god, I feel like I am in danger. Okay, never mind, I'm not in danger. My team saved me from that warlock or hunter. I don't know who that was, but I felt danger.
SMG feels very not the brightest idea. I get my thing and I immediately die. I'm becoming like a freaking spy here.
I missed all of my golden gun shots on someone that wasn't even moving.
For those who are wondering, I'm currently experimenting in the Mayhem match with Stormcaller, because it used to be quite good in Crucible during some situations, but I feel like it got nerfed.
I think it did. A little. Not much, but a little.
Enough to make a difference in this mode.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit right here. Your Chaos Reach does nothing to me. Excuse me. There you are. Oh, of course they had a fucking rocket launcher. My boy was camping in the walls. It's like, I'm gonna use my rocket launcher. Bro, this is mayhem. You don't really need it. You really don't. Ow. This is going to hurt a lot. This is going to hurt a lot. Oh my god. How did I survive long enough to do that?
Yeah, no, something feels off about Stormcaller. Like,
I have
pretty
a feeling.
pushover level.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's been reworked a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm running away.
Took
That's
away our
it.
teeth.
Ah!
All I just see is a freaking light show in the sky.
I just saw. Oh god, what was that super called? The one void super with the knives for Hunter. That one I can't remember. I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
But I just faintly saw an invisible Hunter with Spectral Blade.
Yeah,
Brain
Spectral
activate. But I saw Spectral Blade just faintly, and I'm like, oh god, run! I'm in great danger.
I am in great danger.
I am in ultimate form of danger right now. Oh, come on, that Chaos Reacher was almost dead. Why does everyone get so much damage resistance from Arc? That's actually kind of funny. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here.
I feel like there's gonna be a line
I
from
just-
freaking Lightfall that a lot of people say, "Get over here."
Get over here. Ah! That was actually kind of funny though. I just throw my grenade onto the Spectral Blader. It blows up. I should probably run away because my Spectral Blades ran out. Get over here.
Honestly, that's probably what you're gonna hear a lot come freaking Lightfall. Get over here! Freaking just shove a freaking knife across the room.
Yep, that's the Spectral Blader.
Chaos Reach is still powerful, but then again, it's Chaos Reach.
Ah! Defeat is inevitable. Alright, I'm gonna chill out over here. I think someone's gonna be jumping up here in a minute. Oh. There we go. Chaos
Bro,
Reach.
this guy, did you see that?
Yeah,
This
that guy
literally
always
Chaos
keeps.
Reach point blank.
Yeah, he does that. I'm gonna go
Fucking
over here.
point blank Chaos Reach. What the fuck?
Come on! Stop!
No. Sit down. No.
Sit.
I love that. This guy's trying to golden gun before he gets off a second shot. No!
No!
It's
I
shot
just
time.
barely almost got away from that. That was actually kind of cool. Alright, yeah, no, we lost it.
No, we won.
Oh, we won? Okay, I thought
Yeah, we
I thought
won.
we were on red.
No. We're always on blue. That's how Crucible works. You're always on the blue side.
Oh.
Yay, Thunderlord Catalyst.
There is no red team.
There is no red team. There is no red team. All blue. Always blue.
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm at the bottom of the store.
Morty! I shit.
Morty! Alright.
But yeah, there we go. That's the new season, the new expansion, some demo of Arc gameplay from both a Warlock and a Hunter's perspectives. Can't speak on Titan because I don't think either of us really play Titan. I don't have any other characters, and he does, but he never does play them, so...
Oh, I have a Titan right now, so. But
Oh.
I haven't really played it too much, but I don't know. From what I've heard, Titans are basically been buffed with their melee and the ability to run around and their damage resistance. So expect Titans to shotgun 8 more.
Which, fun, but whatever. So, anyways, there you go. That's our thing. Hope you enjoyed the show, as always.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our interesting review.
Arc. Don't mind me playing Solar. Ah, yes,
Whatever.
This is an Arc review. Fire. Electricity is needed. Not anymore.
You're kidding me. A cutscene has already been scavenged. Whatever.
No, what?
Never mind.
Oh, you talked about the
Anyways.
things on. Yeah.
So this is linked to Nezarec. Well, there's a plot fucking thing for you. Whoops. There we go. Whatever. We'll just
Expect
cut that part out of the video.
cutscenes to be leaked into the internet right away at the beginning of the season. People are just gonna.
Okay, bye
data mine
guys.
it.
I gotta cut this out of the video. Bye bye.
Just expect it. Anyways, have a good one.
Yep. Good night.